What's up, mamas? We are here with episode. What are we at?
Five.
Five.
Good.
Five. Episode 5. You're gonna see this in March, but we officially launched the podcast yesterday, and so that was exciting.
Very.
It was.
Great turnout so far. People are loving it. Super excited.
I
Here we are.
know. I'm getting lots of sweet texts from friends and just I don't know.
My
Makes me
mom's
feel
like,
good.
how do I make a Spotify account? And I'm like, just go watch it on YouTube. Oh, I can watch it? I'm like,
Yes. If you haven't watched it on YouTube, our intro is
oh my gosh, incredible.
Way to go, Mike.
3 claps for Mike. Let me tell you.
makes us look so official.
That song's always stuck in my head.
And at our board meeting, they were like, "It's the real estate mama."
Do a little
Yes.
air flip, you know.
Yes. I get nervous when people talk like that.
Me too. I'm like, shh, keep your voice down.
Okay. I know. Like, okay.
Are you being
I
serious?
love it. Like, secretly, I'm like, yes,
Thank you.
thanks. But then I'm like, well, we're not better than anyone else, okay? We're just normal people.
We are normal people.
Like, and we never want to come across as that
No.
either, by the way.
But we do have fun with it, and I think other people are going to have fun with it too.
That's
Because they know us, they know our personality. So for people that don't know us, at first you're probably going to be like, oh, goodness. But then once you start listening and pick up our personalities and stuff, you'll laugh.
Oh, yeah. That's for sure. Hopefully,
And I
you'll
feel
laugh.
like YouTube, because you'll hear it, but you have to see the facial expressions that come along with that.
Yeah.
That's what.
especially Amanda's.
Oh yeah, 100%.
It can
I
be
mean-
scary.
Welcome to the Real Estate Mamas, the podcast for busy moms balancing the beautiful chaos of life, family, and the real estate hustle.
We're your hosts, Hannah Parker, Amanda Haney, and JC Hynan. We're 3 mamas in different stages of life and motherhood, but one thing unites us: our passion for real estate and helping other moms succeed in this amazing industry.
So whether you're a new mom juggling diapers and deadlines, a seasoned pro trying to carve out time for soccer games and showings, or somewhere in between, this podcast is for you.
Each week, we'll dive into the highs, the lows, and the lessons we've learned, bringing you real talk, actionable tips, and plenty of laughs along the way.
So grab a cup of coffee, or maybe just reheat the one you've forgotten about in the microwave, because this is your space to learn, connect, and grow with the Real Estate Mamas.
We were sitting in that
am-
meeting yesterday, and I looked over at you, and you were giving the death stare. And I was like, she doesn't mean it. She really doesn't mean it.
No, I am David from Schitt's Creek
Yes.
all day long.
Yep, absolutely.
I love that show.
It's good. If you haven't watched it, you should definitely watch it.
Definitely. It's a good one. Okay, so we're on episode 5, and today we're talking about navigating client relationships as a mama and how being a mom gives you a unique take on being a real estate agent. And I feel like it gives you the upper hand.
Absolutely. I say that as if I'm a mother right now, but no.
Well, you've seen you've
Yes.
seen me and Amanda,
Yes.
and when you do become a mom, that
I know. I
instinct will
get all the
just-
tips and the tricks now. I'm learning. I'm getting my ducks
yeah.
in a row for the time. So, do y'all have any particular stories that you can think of how you've incorporated both? How, give us
being a
something.
mom in real estate.
Yeah.
How I feel like when I think about being a mom in real estate, I think about the mama bear instinct. You know, the nurturing and the fighting for them. I'm trying to think of a specific example, but a lot of times with my first time home buyers, like that a lot because they don't know.
You want to
any
make sure
better.
they know everything.
And so you're just like, what do you mean you're going to take them to the cleaners on this inspection, or you're not going to help them out at all?
Right.
Your house is crap.
Yeah.
You're not going to put them in a house and leave them in this situation. So it gives me makes me want to fight for them even more because they're just starting out.
Yeah.
And I mean, right now this economy is awful.
Well, I remember I had a first-time home buyer, and we got the inspection report back, and there were 10 different things that we beat out other offers. So he was also gracious of that, I'm not going to nitpick them. And I'm like, well, you have to ask for something. He's like, no, it's okay. I'll just fix everything when I get in here. I'm like, Just ask them. Sure enough, they did all 10 things and without any fight. So I'm like, you're doing it.
Yeah.
He did it. You got any stories?
I just, when we started talking about this episode, I just was thinking back to my clients that have small kids and they would be at the showings. And like, I just remember being able to walk through a home without my kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so I would like show them and then I'd be like, come on guys, let's go down here. Let's go over here. Like let the parents kind of experience it, talk without me and the kids,
Well, and I feel like as a mom, if somebody else is not a mom or a parent, like my children's behavior, I worry about their behavior if somebody's not a parent because they don't understand, what we're doing. JC, I don't worry about her because she is one of the kids.
But
You a grown up.
you a grown up.
But like I could see that if I had young kids and I was with, no hate on men, but this is just an example of like a guy who didn't have kids and he was showing around the house and I've got Harry like, what's that, mama? What's that, mama? I would be like, not be able to look at the house because I'd be worried about their behavior. Right. But with me, I'm just like, I have kids. I understand. Don't feel like you're having to deal with them. We both can do this, So I feel like it gives the parents a sense of relief to know that we've been in their shoes.
Yeah.
When looking at a house.
And when they're tiny little babies, I'm like, I'll take the baby.
Yes.
Give her that baby.
One of my friends, she had a baby and we were house looking at the same time. And so I'm holding the baby. I'm like taking pictures the whole time. They're asking me questions about the house. I'm like, oh my gosh, read your paper. I'm busy over here holding the baby. But that was sweet. So I love stuff like that. Now this is kind of off topic, but I showed a house to some people that just called me off the website. They brought their little kids and the listing agent called me and said, their baby has like health issues, so make sure you take your shoes off, like cautious of what you touch, maybe wear a mask, blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, okay, we're going to do this. We walk upstairs. I look in the nursery room. The kids are jumping on the crib, covered up with this baby's blanket, hugging their stuffed animals that were in the bed, throwing them in the floor. Like it was a nightmare. And I was like, do you not remember the conversation we just had? Like I just told you this poor baby is sick and like in and out of the hospital. They didn't care. They're like, oh, they're distracted. We'll look through. And I'm like, at that point, I wasn't like, you need to get off there. Now I probably would.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That was so terrible. So at least your kids are respectable.
I would die.
I know, I would too.
Looking back, I'm like, those parents, I should have.
Yeah.
You need to go outside and think about what you've done. You can't. This tour's over, actually.
This tour ends now.
And then I sent the listing agent a text, and I was like, heads up, this is what happened. Clean everything. I'm so sorry. Never saw him again, but.
Bless their hearts.
It's awful.
But, like, at least you cared, Some people would be like, act like they didn't touch anything and, like, say anything.
With their shoes on. Jumping on the bed.
Oh, my God.
In the crib.
Like, okay, so this last transaction that I just closed yesterday, they have 2 little babies, one or a 3-year-old and a 7-month-old, which the 7-month-old, she loves me.
Oh.
And every time they came to the house, she would reach for me, and we just had a great relationship. And I'm going to continue that relationship even after it's closed because that baby, I love that baby. But they have severe asthma, and they could not have carpet. Like, their daughter just got out of the hospital, and they could not have carpet in that house because of allergies, and there was a cat that was there prior to. And so we had to negotiate that during our due diligence period. They went into the house knowing that they needed to get the carpet removed, but they thought like $3,000 because it was just on the steps and in 2 of the bedrooms. It ended up being $6,000, y'all, to get the carpet on the stairs and in 2 bedrooms replaced.
Yep.
And so we had to like renegotiate because they didn't have that. They're first time home buyers. They were renting a house that was furnished. So they're having to buy furniture, do the down payment and everything. So I was like, okay, we need help. And thank goodness Chris was a listing agent. But I called him. I was like, how do I negotiate with someone who taught me how to negotiate? And he was like, good luck. And I was like, watch this. And the sellers ended up helping my first time home buyers because they understood.
Yeah.
They understood being a parent.
Yeah.
They understood being like
Looking out for
fearful
your
of
kid,
your
yeah.
kids, especially since their daughter just got out of the hospital with asthma. But painting that picture, I painted that picture to Chris and said, look, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
It's not a cosmetic thing. It is a health thing. As a mama, I felt like I could pitch that better because if it affected my kids' health.
Well, I think it was good that you threw in that piece of like, this is why it's happening. It's not just they don't like carpet. You know how some people are. So that probably definitely helped them see. And it is expensive. When we bought our house, they had just replaced all the carpets and like only the bedrooms have carpets and going up the stairs. And I was like, ew, with dogs, I just want to run the Roomba, be clean. We got quoted. That was almost 3 years ago, 2.5 years ago. And it was $6,200 for 2 rooms.
It's expensive.
Like, why?
That's insane.
Give me some packs and I'll do it myself. I've done it before.
Yeah, for sure.
But you can't. Specialty flooring, you can't find it.
Oh, yes. That was the problem in this house. The reason it was so expensive was because it's a newer construction house, but the builder got all of their flooring in bulk. And so once they were done, like, it's out. Like, they bought it up. So you can't even replace it. They're having trouble with warranty replacing the floor.
Did you get to talk to the builder?
Okay. I called the builder directly. And I was like, yo, what's going on?
Tell me where.
I've
Tell
had
me where
trouble
you get
with
it.
this with warranty stuff because somebody will scratch the floor and it's in their warranty, so they'll be able to replace it. He was like, we're struggling to find pieces just to fix that.
That's insane.
Yeah. As a builder, I feel like you should kind of take that into account, but, whatever.
Or the
I'm not a
flooring
builder.
company. Like when a builder orders flooring, why didn't that flooring company be like, you know what? They're going to have warranties. They're going to maybe
Here's some extra. This is bad.
Keep this on file. Or
I keep getting off topic. I'm sorry. But that's like when we got our siding done and our gutters and everything like that. And I mean, like I paid for all the supplies. So it was still there. They had finished the job. So I'm like, I'm just going to take a stack of every piece of the material and put it up in the attic just in case I ever need it. So
That's
I think we have the same siding. So if you ever need another little sliver.
That's hilarious. That's good to know, though.
Yeah. Just in case.
But, with that, and I keep going to this last transaction, but it plays a lot into this because I took Perry with me to the showing and she played with their little girl. So that is a hard part about being a mom. When somebody gets sick, your kid's sick, they can't go to school, you got to pivot. Mm-hmm. And that's, I know one on our list that says acknowledge the challenges about being a mom in real estate, but how it can also be a positive, having your kids involved in your business.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
like I have a family, they're looking for something very specific, and that's hard to find in this area, but their daughter is really good friends with Lucas. And so sometimes he just comes with me. And those 2 little kids just go off and play all by themselves, just sweet as pie.
And then you get to show the whole
And I get
thing.
to show,
Yep.
yeah.
Perfect.
it's great. I mean, that's why we like being. That's why we like being in this
Because I couldn't
business.
take my child
to your 9 to 5.
to my job.
No.
Listen, if I could take my children with me, I would. If I could give Marley, my oldest, their dogs, a cell phone and be like, listen, Mama's going to be home in about 30 minutes. I so would. I love her.
You should get them those little pads. I'm surprised.
The little buttons where they can talk.
You don't have.
Girl, I
this
thought
yet.
about it.
Do you have the camera where you can check on them?
Absolutely.
The feed
Of
camera?
course she does.
Do I?
I'm not surprised.
But that's why I was going to give a disclaimer when we first started this. If my makeup looks beat today in a bad way, Mila, the youngest, got into my makeup bag yesterday, ate my beauty blender. So, and my brush. There were about 4 strands of hair left on it, So makeup was done with the hands this morning. Don't look too close.
See?
Ate the beauty blender.
She's just a child.
She's been bad. No, she's not. She's almost 2 years old. We're too old for that. She ate a spatula 2 days ago.
That means she's 14. She should know better by now.
She's a teenager. That's why I'm having trouble.
That's exactly. That's Amanda.
Oh, Lord. Oh, Jesus. Take the wheel.
Oh, Lord. Okay. But, I mean, like, client relationships are moms, females. I feel like relationships are our superpower, honestly, depending on your personality. Which, by the way, we touched on this type A, type B thing last podcast.
Yep.
And I think I've come to a realization, that I'm not your type B.
I think she's morphing into a new person.
I have type A tendencies and type B tendencies. It just depends on the day. But so I think I'm like an A minus B plus.
Maybe you're just type O, universal.
Maybe.
She's for all.
Maybe. But because I've been doing some research.
She's been putting in that work lately, let me tell you.
I mean, I think I love to have a plan. I love a plan. You can ask Mike. I wish I could have months planned out, but Mike is more of a I don't know, we'll wait till the week of. And I'm just like, I can't do that. So I like to have a plan. I like to know things. I like to be in control. And I really don't think that that's type B from my knowledge.
Well, I still think I'm type A.
There is no question in my mind about that.
I know you
100%.
are.
I'm a good mix.
Until it comes to plans. And then I'm like, what else?
Yeah, that is weird. No, with y'all, that's fine. Y'all plan whatever. But my other friends, and you know who you are, I'm the planner of the group. And if I don't plan it, we won't get together. We will never see each other. But y'all, I'm just just tell me where to be, when to be, where to be.
Because we're older and wiser than you. Is
Maybe.
that you look to us as your
My mother's.
I guess so. But anyways, just want to throw that in there because I had this conversation with him yesterday. I was like, y'all, I don't think I'm type B. I've been saying this whole time, but I do have tendencies of each. But anyways, that's neither here nor there.
That's like me. I did 3 loads of laundry yesterday.
I need to spend it all day.
Why I don't just do it as they come? That's like me. I need the dishwasher to be completely full before I start it.
Same.
Carson's like, let's just start it every night. And I'm like, that is so wasteful.
Actually, it's not.
Ugh, here we go.
It's better. It's more
A.
energy saving in the nighttime than it is in the daytime. I don't know where I heard that, but
No, yeah, that's true. We do it at night. The dishes at night before we go to bed. We'll get to that.
Most people do, JC.
We'll get to that at the end of this.
I mean, afternoon delights are a thing of the past, I do believe.
Well, we do the dang dishwasher at night. However, not every
Run the
night.
dishwasher.
Yes. Thank you. I'm flustered now. My face red.
It is.
Oh, heavens.
okay. Anyways,
Okay.
Do you want me to change the subject?
Back to motherhood, which I know so much about.
So moms, they are great listeners. Sometimes Mike was literally having a conversation with me prior to this podcast about how I didn't listen to something.
I told you the name 20 times. I'm beating my head against a brick wall.
But yes, typically.
I'm beating my head against a brick wall.
No, but I think y'all are, accurate. I think y'all are great at scheduling.
Yes.
Y'all have to schedule. Y'all have so many things going on. It's I call you, I'm taking Ava to the barn, and then we've got to go to, almost said FHA, FFA?
Future Farmers of America.
Yes. Lucas has got jujitsu. He's beating up on the mannequin thing in the thing. You're always taking the girls.
Gymnastics, track.
What happened at gymnastics? Oh, Kennedy was upset because Perry did the flip and she didn't get to do.
Perry started in gymnastics later than Kennedy. So Kennedy's been at gymnastics for a year, and now Perry just joined. So Perry's doing all these things that Kennedy did, but she's getting to get treasure box for things that Kennedy already has gotten treasure box for. But she's not getting treasure box because she's at the harder stuff.
It was a meltdown the other day on the phone. I didn't get to get the treasure box.
Yeah, JC, she's heard lots of those, but we're dealing with that. But multitasking, multitasking is a thing. Like, we are good at it. Some days I get overwhelmed by it, but we can do it because we do it on the regular.
Yeah, and I think women in general are just really good planners and schedulers. And so, like, when we have someone that says, we want to see 5 houses, we're able to look on a map, see which one we need to go to when, how long it takes to get from point A to point B, schedule them all, get them lined up.
And if a conflict arises, okay, that's easy. Switch it up. Like,
we say it's easy. It's really not easy.
Yeah.
Hey, can we add this one in there? I'm like, well, so easy.
Those are not easy.
Yeah.
But like if somebody is a day sleeper or a night sleeper, or like we read
figure it out.
the private remarks, if you've listened to
Episode 4.
yes, you'll know that part of that is reading the private remarks. You just get good at it. And you're naturally good at it because God gave you the gift of being a mama.
Yep.
He has blessed us with these talents.
I know.
That's true.
Men could never.
No.
And we're more patient. Like, Carson and Mike, like, you'll be on the phone with someone and Drew's like, just ask them, do they want the house or not? I'm like, you can't do that. No. Like, you have to be like, all right, well, let's just see what else is out there. And they're like, well, I don't want to. I'm like, okay.
All right.
Sure.
We put
No.
up with a lot.
I'm convinced Carson is the least. You will never meet a more or less, I'm trying to figure out what I'm trying to say, unbothered person. He doesn't get stressed out. He doesn't have anxiety, which this is nice because I'm like, here, take some of mine. Take it. But no, I'll be talking to people. He's like, well, maybe they need to see more. I'm like, we've seen 25 over the last 2 years.
I know.
He's like, it's just not the one.
And I think that we understand, like, when people have kids, we understand the things that they're looking for more in a home. Like, we understand the value of a playroom. We understand the value of a fenced-in yard. Like, where someone would be like, oh, well, this one doesn't have a fenced-in backyard, but there's a busy highway right out there. It's okay. They won't run out in the yard.
Or if their kids are already at a certain school district and they want to stay within that, like, you understand how difficult it would be to switch back and forth. So
Yeah.
And it's good to know, like our county's pretty lax, but like, you got to know the rules.
Yeah.
For sure.
And there's a lot of rules with sports. Learned that last year. It's just good to learn all that stuff about your county and surrounding counties.
Yeah, and if you don't have, one thing that's helped is, even though I get logged out all the time of Mike's calendar, and I don't know the password to get back in, but sharing a calendar with Mike or your spouses, like, that helps a ton, so that there's no unspoken thing that you have to go do. Like, it's on the calendar.
Same. We got a skylight. Have y'all seen those?
That's what I want. Of
Yes.
course you do.
Drew got it for me for Mother's Day. I had never seen it.
Oh, is it on the stand? Like, you can wheel it around, or this is a different?
I don't know
It's
which one you're talking about wheeling around. I don't think I've
This
ever
one's
seen
mounted on the wall.
Oh, I have seen that one.
So Drew and Ava and I, Lucas can't, but
Show me the one on wheels. Sounds like some iCarly something.
we'll add stuff there. And like, Ava missed out on some stuff because we told her, like, it's got to be on the calendar, because I can't be planning one thing and then you pop in and say, oh, I've got blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So she was like, I need to go here. And I was like,
So is her email connected too, or do you?
I was about to say,
do you do it on
you send it, like, you go in your calendar, like, on your phone, and when an invitee, like the Haney fam at Skylight or whatever.
Gosh, do they still have them at Sam's on discount?
They do. And Costco.
Oh.
So husbands, if you're listening,
Yes.
or wives, send it to your husbands or significant other, and
or just send him this podcast.
yeah,
and
and
we'll
be like-
tell him.
yeah. So
Skylight. It's been a game changer for sure. It's got a chore chart on there. Lucas loves to, like, click his chores off.
Oh, that's what we need
that's
to
a
do.
really good idea.
Yep.
Okay, so this calendar on wheels is pretty expensive. Like,
No, like, why would you want
$600?
something else to move out of the way though? Let me see.
Yeah, for sure. This one is that.
does it follow you around? I ain't paying
I think some of
$600.
them do. I think some of them do.
No.
You'll be asleep and your calendar's just hanging over you.
Wake up. Wake up.
No, I don't want that kind of technology.
But Skylight, I have heard of that. I think we might need one of those.
Mike,
He's,
he's actually purchasing one right now.
oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
That might be what he's getting me for Valentine's Day. Yeah, right.
Yeah, but that's been a game changer for us anyway. Because Ava will like put her hair appointment or, all of her 4-H, all of her FFA. So we'll get a notification. I'm like, okay.
At least she's using it.
Absolutely.
That's great for teenagers.
Absolutely.
And
Great. Get that. Go ahead and get them organized.
Yes.
start them young. Like Lucas, who's checking off his little chores, and then they know how to use it.
Has been getting up and making her bed and hanging up her pajamas.
Stop.
I don't know where she wants to hang up her pajamas.
Sweet angel.
And I'm just like, I hadn't stopped her. I'm like, all right,
Go
you
on,
go ahead
girl.
and hang up those pajamas. You won't wear what I ask you to wear any day of the week, but
you're
gonna hang up your pajamas.
Yeah.
Sweet thing.
So speaking to my type A personality, I was, want Lucas to make his bed every morning. And I would go up there and I'd be like, oh my God. Like the comforter would be like, and the pillow just thrown. And I was like, there's got to be an easier situation. I got him a Betty. Have you seen those?
Yes.
He zips that thing right up.
Is it like a sleeping?
It's a
Sleeping-
comforter, but it's sheets.
Oh,
Yeah. They're really cool.
wow.
They're really
We got
cool.
one for the camper too.
Might need to invest for myself.
Yes. So
They are.
They got a 2-sleeper.
yeah,
They got them for all sizes.
Really?
all sizes.
Wow.
The first time I ever heard of, Christy had them. She like,
I knew I heard of that
Yeah.
somewhere.
yeah.
Yes, I think she's the first one I heard about them too.
Yeah.
So, Christy, if you're listening, thanks.
Thank you. But so in the mornings he gets up, he zips his bed up, his pillow just goes right on there. I'm like, oh.
Do you know I don't make my bed because there is a dermatologist that I heard on TikTok say
TikTok.
she's a legit dermatologist, got like lots of followers. She says that
Mike.
bed bugs, mites, they like warm temperatures. So if you get up and make your bed, it's a breeding ground for dust mites. So you're supposed to let it cool off and then make your bed.
Immediately made
If
me
you want
itch.
to make your bed.
If
just leave it
if
at
I was type B, I'd say that too, and I am, and I don't make my bed, so I'm with you.
Google it.
You know what? I used to work for a dermatologist, so I'm going to make a phone call
Go ahead.
after this episode. I'll
Go
report
ahead.
back on what she says because I trust her.
Go ahead. And I'll find that video on TikTok. And if you have heard of this, look it up.
So you're telling me I have
You have
dust
dust mites. We all do. Everyone has dust mites.
Sometimes I get nervous when I go in a house to show it, and I'm like, what am I taking home with me? Like, am I taking home something spooky? That's why sometimes I get in my car and I'm like, you have to stay here in the name of Jesus. But second of all, bed bugs.
Fleas.
Fleas.
Oh, yes. Y'all know when I bought my house, it was vacant and we had fleas. We moved in. My house is not gross, by the way. It was just vacant for a really long time. And the leaves were about yay thick in the front yard and backyard. They were
She's
just
also done a lot to the house.
they were
so-
living their best lives, free for all. But anyways, Marley just started scratching all of a sudden, and we're like, what the heck? Like, she's never had fleas. What's going on? Infestation. We bombed that
remember
sucker. Yes.
I don't think you
great.
can get bed bugs showing a house. We can take
I thought they could
home.
cling to you, though, and, like, go with you.
No, at night. Bed bugs only come out at nighttime.
And there's something to
They got an internal clock. I ain't never heard that either.
They,
They
do, and they
do.
only do it when they're hungry.
No,
I want
there's
no
like
part of that.
There's summer camp that's close, and a lot of friends they've sent their kids there, and they will come home with bed bugs, and they come out at nighttime, and that's when they bite you, and then in the daytime they go back to like this. They live
the
in
wall.
in stuffed animals, like different stuff like that.
Uh-uh.
But then you can get rid of them. Like it's just,
Do you bomb them like fleas?
I don't really know.
I think they like treat your house with heat. So like a lot of heat kills them. severe heat. Not like a fire, but like.
Well, now that I'm itching.
Okay, well,
We've gotten way off topic.
I know,
but I
can't help it.
mamas are the
Yeah.
best.
But when you walk into a house and there's like a lot of animals and they've got kids, you're going to be like, listen, there's a good chance they could have fleas.
Please.
Or gnats.
Or gnats. But my house is not awful.
And you don't have pets in here.
Yeah, I don't have pets. The gnats are our pets, apparently. Can't get rid of them. I've got these. I did get more fruit fly stuff. I don't know what's going on.
My goal by the end of all this, not the end, but like through this process, is for you to both get dogs. I'm working on it. Oh,
Mike
Mike gave me a thumbs up.
Kenny's been begging for a cat. That ain't happening.
no,
No.
no shade, but no.
Oh, shade all day long. No.
We have cats.
Absolutely not.
There's a old vacant house, and that's where some cats live, and so we do have cats.
Well, I have stray ones that come up, and I'm not gonna lie. When it did start freezing, I had a box. Did I show you this?
No, but I'm not surprised.
I had a box and I carved out a little hole and I wrapped it in black. It looks so redneck, but I have it sitting out in the woods, and they do go in there when it gets cold.
Well, that's kind.
I feed them leftovers.
I mean, y'all all heard JC's story about getting the briars.
And I'm not a
rescuing.
cat person, but I have to. I feel bad for them.
Well, I'm sorry. I'm just going to go and deflate you now. We will not be getting a dog.
You say that now?
We won't be getting a dog either, JC. Do you know that we're about to have thousands of chickens and pigs and everything on the property in about a month? I can keep up with another animal.
I'm not taking care of anything else.
Mike's back there shaking his head. Mike?
We'll work on it. How about you just both get black labs, and then we can be like,
I do.
I mean, we're already matched now, so let's.
I have a black lab. He's on hospice.
That you shipped away. He is living his best life now, though,
He's
so
blind.
that's okay.
He's deaf. He had a stroke. We had him. He had a stroke, and he was an outside farm dog, whatever. But now he's living at my husband's dad's house in a retirement community, and he is absolutely living his best
In the
life.
AC.
In the AC, loving. He still can't hear or see, but I think he's like 15. So
What an old boy.
he is old.
That's old.
Yeah, he's old. It was a miracle he survived the stroke, but he's hanging in there.
He's like Noah's age in dog years.
Oh, for sure.
Or Moses.
Might be the longest living lab. I don't know. I need to look that up. But yeah, so moms are awesome real estate agents, and you should, a lot of you are real estate agents and listen to this. So hope this encouraged you in ways that you can multitask and be a mom. You can do it all.
And use it as an asset as opposed to like a negative thing. Like,
Yeah.
you know what you're doing. If you can keep kids alive, you can sell real estate.
We can keep transactions alive.
Yeah, you
Yes.
should. I like that. You absolutely can.
So you can do it. You can do both, and you
And
can
don't
be good
be
at it.
afraid to like be honest with your clients. Like, I can't do that today because let me tell you why. Like, give them reasons. They're 9 times out of 10 are going to understand. And if they don't, do you really want to be working with them anyway?
That's right.
You know?
If they don't appreciate you and how you put your family first, then they need to check their heart.
For sure. I mean, there's a lot of
much deeper.
Saturdays. There's a lot of Saturdays that like I just can't because I mean we are all over the state and
And
My
if she
babies come
can't, we
first.
can. You know, like
Yes.
that's part of finding your people too. Is if Lucas is sick or if Kennedy's got track meet or something like,
JC's dog's at the vet because it's always.
we work together. So find your people.
yeah.
If you're local to North Georgia, find us. We'll help you.
Yep.
So yeah, I think that wraps up this portion of our podcast. So now we need to talk about
For my favorite part.
that agent.
Oh,
Agent.
this is another good part.
It's my favorite part.
I don't remember which
I feel
one
like
I was
it
going
can
to
be
say.
the most enlightening to people.
You'll have to remind me of which one we were talking about. So I closed a transaction late November. My client texted me a month ago, and he's like, hey, on Zillow, my house that I now own shows active on the market, and like people are driving by. Like, do you know what's going on with this? And I'm like, oh, let me see. Send it to me. Sure enough, active. Not even like under contract, active, under contract, nothing. So I call the listing agent, and I'm like, hey, she's sweet as can be.
What was she doing? Baking brownies again?
Yeah.
From scratch.
10 p.m. one night when I sent her the offer, she said, well, I'm baking brownies, so I'll get back with you. I'm like, ma'am, first of all, it's late for brownies. Second of all, you should be in bed.
What kind of brownies was she
I
baking?
know. Douche. But anyways, I called her, and I'm like, hey, this house is still showing active. She's like, no, it's not. And I'm like, it is, though. Okay, I'll look into it. That was a month and a half ago. I looked yesterday. Sure enough, it's still active. So I called where it was listed through, and they're like, oh, yeah, we haven't received like any closing documents or anything. And now I'm like, so I sent her a text. She never texts me back. But I'm like, maybe you should get this taken care of, because if someone pulls up in his driveway, it's not going to be pretty.
Yeah. So that tells me she has not logged on to either one of, especially Georgia MLS, because if you are 1 minute late, you get a red bar at the top.
And I think you get fined.
I think you do.
You get the red bar first. They're like, hey.
They're like, flag,
Yeah.
do this.
Alert, alert. Take care of this. If you don't, you'll get fined. So she's probably got a fine.
I mean, that was end of November.
She definitely got a fine.
What was the other one? Just
That
give one more.
VA loan.
Oh,
Where like,
that one will have to be saved for another day.
oh yeah, that's a good one.
That's a long story. But anyways, don't be that agent. Update your listings on all of the MLSs and just do that.
Yeah, just keep up with your stuff. And if you get a calendar that helps you,
Skylight.
yes.
Skylight? Am I saying that right?
Sponsor us.
Yeah, it's awesome that you download an app on your phone. You can open the calendar app, or you can do your iPhone thing. And
Well,
just send it to
the
it.
thing would be every night we lay in bed and Carson's like, what's your plan for tomorrow? I'm like, if you would look at the calendar that I shared with you, you would know what I'm doing tomorrow. But I'm like, oh, I just have this, that.
Putting things on the calendar. Remembering to put things on the
But
calendar.
it's right by our
Man.
door, so like I can glance at it walking out the door.
I do put things on the, like at the beginning of the month, I'll do it one time. But
That's me too. And then 2 months later, February will still be on there.
it's a dry erase one by the door.
That's too much work.
So if I have it at the beginning of the month, great. But if something comes up in the middle, it ain't getting put on that calendar.
I go by what's in my brain. It's probably not the best way to do it.
I can't do that anymore. Unfortunately, my brain doesn't work like that. I think when you get pregnant, your brain starts to go away.
100%.
That's good.
You have a kid, goes away even more. You get pregnant again, done. And then that kid comes out, and I don't know, all you moms who have more than 2 kids, are y'all okay?
Y'all
okay out
breathing?
there?
Can y'all
'Cause my
think?
brain is toast, literally toast.
For sure. I think they say that like it comes back, but I'm 5 years out, and I'm like, I don't know.
Men have it so easy. I've really been dogging men on this episode. I'm sorry. I love you. But
Oh wait.
But why? But why,
Okay.
Jason?
Okay, so
okay. So let me lay the scene.
Okay.
Huh?
tomorrow's Valentine's Day.
Tomorrow's Valentine's Day, my favorite day of the year. Everyone knows this.
And she is being for real when she says it is her favorite day of the year.
Like, I'm so excited. Should I do this now or should I tell the story first?
Please, just tell a story first.
Okay, so last weekend we went fishing because Carson has been dying to go fishing and we're going to spend quality time, Cute. So we go up to Lake Burton, which is like an hour and 15-minute drive. We are going through these little trails to go catch trout that were not there. They were gone. Slightly terrifying. Why are there no fish in the wild? But anyways,
What kind of bait were y'all using?
Why are they not?
No,
fishing
seriously, like they
wild?
were not there. That road's been shut down since the last like really big storm 2 years ago.
But you can't really catch trout unless you're fly fishing, right?
No, you can. Crickets. My dad said crickets is the best trout bait.
They are. Carson will vouch for that.
Okay, I
But
don't know.
anyways, this
Anyway.
leads to another story. So anyways, we're fishing. And I said, you need to watch out for poison ivy. Poison ivy's not out when it's cold. I'm like, you should know this. You can look at it and it engulfs your entire body. So sure enough, we get home and he's like, I see him itching his leg. And I'm like, why are you scratching your butt? Because he was awfully close to the butt. He was wearing shorts. And as the week's gone on, his body, they're everywhere. Everywhere. So last night, I'm like putting this little ointment on with a Q-tip. And I'm like, this is going to be so bad because he really doesn't want to use the ointment to dry out. And he's like, no. And he's so against medicine. I'm like, just take a Benadryl. Yeah. Then today he's drowsy, so he's blaming me for his said Benadryl. So he gets to work this morning. And all of his coworkers know that Valentine's Day is my favorite. I make them treats, which is what I'm going to go do after this.
She literally goes all out for anyone and everyone in her life.
So he sends me a text. I just had the most embarrassing encounter of my life. He's going to kill me for this. I said, what? He said, I was just talking to Melissa and Tanya, his coworkers that are women, and they asked what we were doing for Valentine's Day. And I just said, oh, we're cooking steaks at the house, nothing crazy. We probably can't do anything since I've got poison ivy on my whole entire body. And then they just looked at each other like, and I said, now, why in the world would you say that? He said, I didn't mean it like that. I don't even know why I said that. Now Melissa and Tanya are probably like, you freak. I'm like, what?
You guys.
What
you
made
newlyweds, you.
What?
How dare you?
Let's just not go share that.
That is so funny. It shows you, like, men and women are wired
I've got
so
poison ivy all
differently.
over my entire body. I can't do anything for Valentine's.
Poor
You should.
Carson. He
we're
just meant
cooking
like we
steaks.
weren't going to. We can't go to the movies.
Why
Right
can't
we
we?
can't
Why
do
can't you go to
anything.
the movies with poison ivy? Come on now. Melissa and Tanya are not that naive. Anyways.
We just can't go play golf. That's what he meant.
Oh, hang on. Okay, so in retrospect of Valentine's Day, I got Valentine's Day presents.
Oh my gosh.
I think that was yours.
We'll see if we
Nothing crazy.
Oh Lord.
JC.
JC.
Everyone needs a JC in your life.
I
If
agree.
you don't have one, she's just the best. I love
I'm
this.
so jealous.
You need one.
There wasn't a third one. I looked at 3 different Marshalls.
I've been jealous of Ava's.
Cute.
You know, because she's trendy and all.
I love this. Yeah,
I had to get a blue one.
JC keeps us on trend.
Oh, Hannah. Maricucci.
I had to get them their own. I feel bad when I'm over here using mine and they just don't have one in their lives, you know?
We are on trend now. Look at us. And I love this soap.
If you have not switched over to what is it, Bronner's?
Dr. Bronner's soap. It's natural. It's good for your skin.
I've never used it.
I have gotten like the jug. And
They have
done,
a jug?
Yes, girl. I mop my floors. I wash laundry with it. I use it as body wash, hand soap. Oh my gosh,
I
sponsor
love this.
us.
It is really good for you. I have the peppermint kind. And
Does the naturally minded mama approve this? I need to know.
Well, you know the Yuka app that you like scan?
I actually think she does.
It's 93 out of 100. That's pretty dang
oh,
good.
Well, you know Bobby. I don't know if y'all know Bobby. Bobby
Kennedy?
No,
Bobby.
It is Bobby. I don't know. He has an app thing that you can go and scan it, and it says it's Bobby approved or whatever. And he talked about this because they have huge boxes of this at Costco. So it's really good because we're crunchy country people.
Oh, no, I found the word. Scrunchy.
Scrunchy, yeah, we scrunchy.
I'm
We're
trying to
crunchy
be
when we need it to
scrunchy.
be, but we're...
Okay, so that's now 2 things that I've done. I have switched to glass containers, and now I use that soap. That's an 18-in-1.
Look at you, and I didn't even know anything about it.
It's good.
I'm really trying.
Jace.
Thanks, friend. I can't wait.
I'm baking cookies later, so I'll have to deliver those.
And these cookies that she makes is good too.
Woo!
Also, check out our new mugs.
Mackenzie, what's it called?
Mackenzie Childs.
I wanna
This was my Valentine's Day gift.
Just your $300 mug.
That's not true.
I got him coffee at Starbucks yesterday.
There you go. I mean, and we needed it.
Yes, we needed
I take it all.
She didn't even get the tall. She didn't skimp out with the tall. She got the
Oh, Grande.
grande.
And
Who would spend money on
you
a
were the
tall?
first to the meeting.
I was.
She is a changed woman.
I don't know. I think when I get overwhelmed, I just need some control in my life.
You're doing great, sweetie. As Kris Jenner once said.
You're doing great, sweetie. Go, Kylie, go.
Look at me go. Look at me go.
Thank y'all so much for tuning in and all the support. Like we said, we just released this like officially yesterday, and we have just been overwhelmed by the love, the encouragement. It's just been something that we thought it could be good, you know, like we laugh at ourselves all the time, but y'all are definitely filling up our cups.
Absolutely.
Yes. And we're very appreciative.
Very much so.
If you like what we're doing, though, we need your help. And when you watch all this, just like it, subscribe. Also, I think we said this earlier, go watch it on the YouTube channel. We have a YouTube channel.
And the intro, you just really have to watch it. It is, I love it. I can watch it all day.
Yeah, even if you can't watch the full thing, just go look at the intro and then listen on.
And give us a thumbs up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I showed it to Drew for the first time. I was like, I want to show you our intro. And I don't think he knew, you know, like he didn't know what he was going to see. And he was like, huh, that was really good. I was like, I know.
No, I think they just thought like we were making a podcast, you know, like just us in a dark room.
No, we're really
chatting it up. Like we were trying.
With the
and it
help of
looks
Mike.
good. I don't care what you have to say.
Yeah. We're really proud of ourselves. We've put a lot of work into it. It's not something that Mike has put a lot of work into it, helping us for sure. But we're very
couldn't do
excited.
it without him.
No,
Not
we
at all.
couldn't. But thank y'all so much for everything. And we're about to draw the winner for our
Yes.
giveaway. And we'll be doing more of these as time goes on, as our account grows. So always like invite your friends to like our stuff too. If they're real estate mamas and or they're thinking about being a real estate mama too. Hopefully we can help them out too.
For sure.
So yeah.
All right. Well, until next time, mamas, keep crushing it in real estate and at home.
Bye.